at 6.
Eagle Eye has done a great job.
And welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6.
We are just having a great time here in Auburn, Alabama. The party is not over yet.
Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Allison Thomas.
And I'm Gavin Dimit. Thank you for joining us.
On the docket for today, we have news from the past week on the plains. Jalen Walker will take a look at the partial government shutdown, and Ava Bradberry has important entertainment news for later tonight.
We will end tonight with some national and business news. Thank you for joining us.
Auburn turned 170 years old in February, so the Auburn Plainsman has its newest print edition titled Auburn Turns 170. This new edition covers the history and traditions of Auburn and how the university has evolved. The preparation for this edition began last December and is now set for distribution. Editor-in-Chief of the Plainsman, Brachelle Brooks, explains the impact the Plainsman has made.
All of our stories are taken from these student angles, and the way that our writers form their stories has been very influential to what we are and our message as a spirit that's not afraid. And we've had a pretty good impact on the community, and I think our readership is very high because of that.
Agris, Auburn's own parading crew, hosted its 9th annual Mardi Gras parade in downtown Auburn. It included colorful green and gold floats, drinks, food, and live music. The parade really gave out the New Orleans vibe throughout the parade. All of Auburn's businesses made floats and threw moon pies and many other treats.
Last Friday, the University Program Council invited students to bring their creativity to life in a Minecraft build battle. This build battle was held in the Student Center game room. Students were offered free food and a chance to envision some iconic Auburn landmarks in the world of Minecraft. We spoke with Aaliyah Steed with the UPC, and she told us more about this exciting event.
This is Minecraft Build Battle. There's going to be a couple different rounds where we spin a wheel and choose a topic for all of the students to compete against. As they go and win, they're going to be competing for a couple of different prizes so that they can win and take something home. It's more interactive and team building towards like the other people in the room. I feel like a lot of our other game nights are more individualized, but this one you get to kind of see what everyone else is doing as you're working.
When we come back, you'll get a weather update from Eagle Eye's Annabelle Whetstone. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. My name is Annabelle Whetstone, here with your weather outlook for this week on the plains. We are expecting a mixture of cloudy and partly sunny skies this week, with potential rainfall on Friday. We're looking at a gradual rise in temperatures up until Friday with a high of 77, followed by an equally gradual drop in temperatures with Sunday's high being only 57. Moving into the weekend, we're looking at partially cloudy skies and temperatures ranging from the low 70s on Saturday to the low 40s on Sunday. That's all from me. Next, you'll get a political news update from Jalen Walker with Eye on the Hill. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
Tonight, we've got some new developments from across the country. I'm Jalen Walker with tonight's Eye on the Hill. Once again, the federal government is shut down. Democrats and the Trump administration could not come to an agreement on funding for the Department of Homeland Security and ICE, so DHS funding has lapsed. Here's CNN's Jen Sullivan talking about the shutdown.
Money to fund the Department of Homeland Security has halted. Democrats are pushing for reforms and more oversight of the agency's immigration and customs enforcement before signing off on more funding.
We have a rogue agency. Why don't we rein them in?
The demand for change comes after federal immigration agents fatally shot 2 U.S. citizens last month. Alex Preddy and Renee Nicole Good were killed by DHS agents during protests in Minneapolis. Their deaths sparked nationwide outrage over ICE's handling of protests. As a result, Democrats say they want to see a slew of policy changes, including tougher new use of force guidelines. But the Trump administration says those policies are already in place.
Border Patrol and ICE both have use of force guidelines. They both have operational instructions on, use the minimum force necessary.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says Democrats also seek no roving patrols, ICE agents blocked from entering churches, schools, or polling places, coordination with local agencies, and no more masks. In response to the January killings, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem announced earlier this month that all DHS agents in Minneapolis would wear body cameras, with the program gradually expanding nationwide. But she did not change the mask policy.
What are you going to do, expose their faces so you can intimidate their families?
A recent poll asked independent voters their thoughts on ICE's enforcement of immigration laws. 71% thought they'd gone too far. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Democrats are open to coming back to the table, but only if their reform demands are met. In Virginia, their state Supreme Court has allowed Democrats to put on a ballot measure that, if enacted, will allow Democrats in the state to pick up 4 seats. This comes as states like Texas, California, and Missouri have all changed their maps, all in preparation for the midterm elections. GOP Virginia Representative Rob Whitman says that the new maps will, quote, disenfranchise most Virginians, if not all of them, that are Republican or independent. Here's what House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries had to say.
Republicans started this redistricting war, and Democrats have made clear we're going to finish it. We're going to make sure that there is a fair national map. So at the end of the day, it's the voters who get to decide who's in the majority after the November midterm elections, and not Donald Trump. When they go low, we strike back. That's the Democratic approach, and the Republicans are feeling it right now.
I mean, when they go low, you're going lower, it seems like.
We're not going lower, we're striking back.
President Trump has been hit with a bipartisan backlash for disinviting 2 Democrat governors from an annual National Governors Association dinner. Governor Jared Polis of Colorado and Governor Wes Moore of Maryland were both disinvited by President Trump to the dinner, which caused the NGA to announce that they will not hold its annual meeting at the White House. Trump called the chair of the NGA, GOP Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt, a, quote, rhino governor, meaning Republican in name only, for the move. In protest, Kentucky's Democratic Governor, Andy Beshear, has also declined to join. Looking local, changes could be coming to the Alabama Public Service Commission, who sets utility rates across the state. A bill filed in the State House would change the way commissioners are chosen, going from publicly elected to chosen by the governor and the legislature. Alabama's Senate Minority Leader Bobby Singleton says that he supports the bill because it would help give Democratic representation to the commission, which currently has 3 Republicans. The bill was pulled from the House docket late last week because there were not enough votes in the state Senate. In 2026, both associate commissioner places are up for election, with 12 candidates filing to run. When we come back, we'll be back at the desk with a national update. For Eye on the Hill, I'm Jalen Walker. Eagle Eye News at 6, we'll be right back.
Starting our national roll in the Northeast, a shooting occurred today in a Rhode Island ice rink. A gunman reportedly fired from behind seating during a 2 p.m. hockey match at the Dennis Lynch Arena in Pawtucket. 1 person has been killed and an additional 4 have been hospitalized. Nearby businesses reported panic as children sought shelter inside. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms confirmed that they are working in conjunction with local officials to control the situation.
The alleged shooter shot and killed himself per ABC News. The Coventry School superintendent says students are, quote, accounted for and are safe. The search for Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, enters its 3rd week. Law enforcement confirms they've uncovered DNA and multiple pieces of evidence. Unfortunately, no suspects or persons of interest have been identified. CNN's Leigh Wildman is live outside of the Guthrie home.
To whoever
What happened?
has her or knows where she is, it's never too late.
Savannah Guthrie making a new plea to her mother, Nancy Guthrie's apparent kidnappers. It's never too late to do what's right.
We believe in the essential goodness of every human being.
This weekend, the FBI says a glove recovered near the home by investigators believed to visibly match the one worn by a masked individual seen on doorbell camera video has DNA. It's currently undergoing forensic testing in an effort to identify a potential suspect.
These are very, very strong and definitive updates.
Experts say the DNA will be run through criminal databases to determine if it matches a known criminal. Authorities will also likely be submitting the evidence to third-party DNA mapping services offered to the public. Neighbors within a 2-mile radius of Guthrie's home are still being asked to submit any surveillance camera footage to authorities. CNN previously reported the FBI was fully engaged in offering resources to local authorities by February 2nd. However, one neighbor wonders if that help came too late.
The sheriff is a very experienced veteran of law enforcement, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's experienced with what this case is all about. And I mean, I feel like they invited the FBI in, or the FBI came in pretty quickly, but maybe it wasn't quite quickly enough.
Today marks the 15th day since Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her Tucson, Arizona home.
The Department of Homeland Security has expanded efforts to identify Americans opposing immigration and customs enforcement. The DHS has requested account data from Google, Meta, Reddit, and Discord. Officials say they have the authority to subpoena broadly, ramping up their use last year to identify anonymous social media accounts. This includes a September 11th social media request. Tom Homan, White House border czar, urged to, quote, create a database. The tech companies review the subpoenas, sometimes comply, and inform users unless they are legally prohibited. These subpoenas do not require prior judicial approval. The ACLU, among other privacy advocates, argue that the government is using these subpoenas to target political opposition and chill public dissent. When we return, you'll get an entertainment update with Ava Bradberry. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Ava Bradberry, here to update you on the top entertainment stories of the week. James Van Der Beek has passed away just a little over a year after revealing his colorectal cancer diagnosis. The actor rose to fame starring as Dawson Leary in the 1990s era hit teen drama Dawson's Creek. He was also well known for his role in the 1999 movie Varsity Blues. In a post to Van Der Beek's Instagram on Wednesday, his wife said the 48-year-old, quote, met his final days with courage, faith, and grace. Van Der Beek was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer in 2023, but he didn't speak publicly about it until a year later. Friends and former co-stars took to social media to share memories and heartfelt tributes to the beloved actor. He is survived by his wife, Kimberly, and their 6 children. Team USA's figure skating sensation Ilya Manlinen failed to secure a medal despite being the overwhelming favorite for gold. The 21-year-old, known as the Quad God for his groundbreaking quad axel, struggled with 2 falls during his performance, finishing in a shocking 8th place. Meanwhile, Mikhail Shandarov of Kazakhstan claimed the gold. CNN's Coy Wire reports.
Maybe the biggest shock of these 2026 Winter Games, Team USA figure skating sensation Ilya Malinin, the overwhelming favorite to win men's figure skating gold, failing to even medal. He finished 8th. You hardly ever see Malinin fall. He fell twice. He hadn't lost a competition in more than 2 years. After he came off the ice, he said, I blew it. It was 21-year-old Mikhail Shaidorov of Kazakhstan taking the gold. He learned to skate at a shopping center. He finished second to Malinin at the World Championships last year, but comes out of nowhere, out of 5th place heading into the free skate to claim gold here at the Winter Olympics in Italy. It's just Kazakhstan's 2nd winter gold ever. Now, the 21-year-old Malinin said afterwards that he could not process what had just happened, that maybe he was too confident, said that nothing is like the Olympic stage. Nicknamed the Quad God, only person ever to pull off a quad axel in international competition. But at his first ever Olympics, the Quad God looked mortal here in Italy. It's the biggest upset so far at these 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Games.
How did you spend Valentine's Day weekend? Well, for many, it meant a trip to the movies. While other films made their debuts, Wuthering Heights led the way, earning $34.8 million. CNN's David Daniel has the early box office estimates for the top 5 films in theaters, Friday through Sunday.
What's your name?
Matt, and you are Cafe del Sole.
Gia,
No,
not
I know.
Gia.
I was just trying to be funny.
Okay, I keep trying.
Solo Mio fell to 5th place, adding $6.8 million.
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
A trio of new movies sent Send Help down to 4th place with $9 million.
Doesn't matter how much money you make, it's never enough.
I'll know when I have enough.
How?
$15.1 million gave Crime 101 a 3rd place debut.
All my life, I've always wanted to play professional war ball.
Goat started out in 2nd place, scoring $26 million.
Why did you leave me?
Why did you betray your own heart?
Wuthering Heights, starring Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, opened on top, taking in $34.8 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Stranger Things star Maya Hawke tied the knot on Valentine's Day. The 27-year-old actress and singer tied the knot with fellow musician Christian Lee Hudson in New York, celebrating the occasion with those closest to her. Among the guests were her parents Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, as well as several of her former castmates from Stranger Things. She joined the hit Netflix series in its 3rd season as Robin Buckley, a role she reprised through the show's 5th and final season. And that is all I have for you tonight. When we come back, you'll get a business and consumer update from Allison and Gavin. I'm Ava Bradberry, and you are watching Eagle Eye News at 6. We'll be right back.
We need to go meet the guys. I'm lit. Can you drive?
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different.
Or that the projections would be flood next Thursday?
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency.
Welcome back to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Gavin Dimit. It's time to break open that piggy bank. The Wall Street Journal reports a number of companies are raising prices once again. That's after a trend of holding them steady for holiday shopping. Many retailers cite pressure from tariffs. Some small businesses say they're also grappling with wages and high healthcare costs. They have tighter margins than larger companies. Even many retailers also increased prices last year after new tariffs took effect.
The Food and Drug Administration updated an existing peanut butter recall. More than 22,000 affected single-serve products were distributed to 40 states. They include both peanut butter packets and small cups containing both peanut butter and jelly. The products were also produced by Ventura Foods and sold to distributors mostly under private label brands. The problem is pieces of blue plastic were found in a filter at the facility where they are made. The FDA's new designation for the recall is Class 2. That means consuming the product could cause temporary illness, but not likely anything serious or life-threatening.
Though prices are rising, inflation showed the opposite trend. Inflation cooled more than expected last month. That's according to new data released Friday from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The Consumer Price Index shows prices rose 2.4% in January from a year earlier. That's down sharply from a 2.7% annual rate in December. On a monthly basis, prices increased 2.2%. That's slower than December and below economists' expectations.
We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Allison Thomas.
And I'm Gavin Dimit. Thank you for watching. Happy Mardi Gras and War Eagle.